What's going on, guys? My name's Isaac. I'm a guitar player, composer, music lover in general, and today, making its debut on the channel, is my very first electric guitar, the Ibanez Geo. As I mentioned, this Ibanez Geo that I have right here with me is my very first electric guitar. Now, it's not my first guitar. My first guitar was actually a black Lucero classical guitar. And I had gotten that guitar over the summer of when I was going to, I believe when I was going to 8th grade, between 7th and 8th grade, and I went ahead and got this guitar as a Christmas gift, from my parents. I absolutely love this guitar. I keep it with me at work. I think I had mentioned that one time in a video that I kept my first electric guitar at work. And I keep it there. So it has not made its debut yet on this channel. So I figured, hey, I'm on summer vacation. I want to go ahead and showcase this guitar a little bit. For the playthroughs of this guitar, guys, I have been using the Archetype John Petrucci from Neural DSP. I absolutely love that plugin, as you all know. That's the one I've mostly been using. I'll get another plugin, whenever Neural DSP decides to go ahead and put their plugins on sale again, maybe like at least 30 or 50% off again. So this guitar, guys, I actually got it in a Jumpstart pack, and I believe that's what it was called. I think they were called like Jumpstart packs. So what was that? Maybe I got this guitar in like 2008, 2007, maybe 2008, something like that, right? But it came with an Ibanez amp, a little mini amp. It came with the cables. It came with the strap. If it came with picks, I don't remember that. It came with a tuner though, that you plugged in with a cable and you plugged it into the tuner, and so that was cool. I think I maybe even still have it. Still works awesome. Still works great. This guitar, when I first saw it, because I was looking around for guitars, right? I was looking around for guitars, like, oh my goodness, I want like an electric guitar. So, I'm scrolling through Guitar Center, of course I see all this cool stuff, but it's way out of our budget, right? So I find this, I'm like, wow, that looks cool. That looks absolutely cool. I want that. And the reason why I wanted Ibanez is because I think in like those photo booklets that came inside CDs when you bought a CD, inside the case, I saw like, I think on Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind album, in the cover pictures, there was like either Adrian, I'm pretty sure it was Adrian playing an Ibanez Destroyer. I had seen magazines, I think of Joe Satriani playing Ibanez guitar, so I was like, well, I want an Ibanez. I mean, they look cool, right? And they look cool, and all these pros are using them, so I want one. So I saw this, and of course, you all know me with the red. This is probably where it all started, probably, right? With this red Ibanez, the red and black. Okay, it has the rosewood board, the black headstock, but with the Ibanez logo right there, the Geo. And this guitar just ended up being super, super comfortable to play. Like, oh my goodness, I still play today. It has a crazy thin neck. I mean, it's thin. It's very thin. It has a very light, light polish on the neck, and it's always been easy to play. It's always been fun to play, and you know what? The reason why I think this is the perfect like beginner guitar, at least for me, is because it was just so inspiring. This guitar was immensely inspiring. It's the song that got me through. It's the guitar that got me through playing songs like by Iron Maiden, Metallica, learning the riffs, learning the solos, learning a lot of Beatles songs. This is the guitar that got me through all that, and you know what? It still hasn't let me down. It has a few little flaws now. it it actually stays in tune really well, by the way, is what I wanted to mention. It sounds great. Some of the wiring I think needs to be improved a little bit, because sometimes the sound cuts out when I'm adjusting the knob and the tone. Yeah, I one time it had gotten dropped, and it fell like how do you even say it, like fingerboard forward, right? It fell that way, and there's a couple little dents in the frets. So sometimes if I were to do a bend, it'll catch. I don't think sometimes it catches, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, there. I think it catches around there somewhere. But I'm gonna try to get that and some of the demos while I do the playthrough of this guitar. Whenever you guys are out there looking for your very first guitar, whether it be electric or acoustic, make sure that it's inspiring, guys. That's what's gonna get you through learning and maybe even writing your own music, right? Make sure it's inspiring, because a lot of guitars can come with a lot of issues that can really like discourage a person from playing. So if the guitar's going out of tune, if it can't be intonated right, little things like that. You just don't like, maybe the neck is really thick and you don't like that. It's like a baseball neck and this one's really thin. I mean, this could also be why I like thin necks, because I mean, this is what I really learned on. I learned on the classical guitar, which has a super thick neck. But for the most part, like for electrics, this neck has been very comfortable. So I usually don't like baseball necks that come close to classical guitar necks on electric guitars. I don't like it on the electric guitar. On the classical guitar, that's fine, right? It's 100% okay with me, but not for electrics at all. I like when it's thin, or at least just comfortable, you know. But you kind of have to mess around a little bit. There's also something, you know, a little bit magical with this guitar, at least in my opinion, when I'm playing it, because like I've said, it's just super inspiring. I feel like I come up with really cool riffs using this guitar rather than even, you know, my more high-end guitars. You know, I like the stuff I make on those guitars too and everything, but I don't know, something about when I'm learning a new song or just trying to write a new riff, using this guitar really always comes through for me. And I think it just comes down to, you know, it's cool. It was almost overwhelming when I got this guitar. I was like, wow, I can't believe I have this guitar. It's awesome. And I had the amp already, guys, the cable, the tuner, and I just started learning. I felt like I couldn't put it down, and I just feel like the magic has always stayed there. So this is definitely a guitar that's always going to stay with me. I never intend on selling this guitar or really doing too much to it. Maybe I could do like upgrades and still keep the parts, the original parts though. It's always been fine just the way it is overall. I don't know. I don't even think I'll change the tuners. I don't really use the tram system on here. I think that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to go ahead and give my first electric guitar its debut on the channel. Leave a comment, guys, on what was your first guitar. Maybe it was your first acoustic, your first electric, anything like that. I really want to know. Tell me about it. Tell me, was it a good experience with it? Was it a bad experience? Is it still like your main axe to this day? Your first guitar? Let me know in the comments, guys. I really want to have more engagement with the people who are subscribed and who watch this channel. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, I hope to see you all later.